you guys, thank you for joining me for today's video. If you're new here, let me introduce myself. My name is Catherine and I'm a partial cash budgeter from Europe, more specifically the Baltic States. In today's video, we are doing the first budget with me of 2025, which is going to be for the month of January. I will be going through the whole process, how I budget for the first month, how I budget for a month, even though I get paid technically together with my husband 3 times per month, but we plan out the cash stuffings and the budget itself for the whole month. So we're doing that as well. We are also gonna be planning out the cash planner sheet, which shows me what kind of money and what kind of bills do I need for cash stuffing. And I also will be, of course, budgeting for the whole month. So without further ado, let's start doing that. If you watched my previous video, you know that I have a whole worksheet of my budget for the next half year already, but it's of course only a blueprint. So this is what we are working with today. We of course will have our budget sheet, we will have our blueprint, and we will also be using our cash binders to understand the situation for right now, to adjust the budget that I have set up for the whole for the next year, and to understand if some categories need more or less money than I have planned before. So this is the plan for today. So let's start doing that. First of all, I took out already my budget with me sheet. So it's here, but I'm gonna be moving my planner away because it's quite easier to do it so. So we have our budget sheet, we have our budget for 2025, and of course we have our budget binders that we have both for sinking funds, savings, and so on. I'm just gonna do it like this so I can see them. But first of all, let's go. So this is the part we are gonna fill out. And first, let's go through all of the binders that we have. So both of them, because the third one is only for 1 month ahead. Let's go through, let's understand which categories do we need more, which categories do we need less, and so on. And afterwards, we're gonna fill out this sheet, which will show already the numbers that we are working with for the month of January. Right now, of course, I'm gonna try to zoom you in a little bit, just not to mess up the quality for the video. So, and we of course are starting with the white binder, which just we have our visuals back. So of course we are starting with the white one because that one includes all of the regular sinking funds and so on. I'm gonna go back a little bit because then you can see what's going on in here as well. So let's start with the whole process that I do every month. It's just usually behind the scenes, but right now I'm going to show you the whole process. So of course the first 5 envelopes, these are the ones that technically is my wallet envelopes, and then we start with those ones that I will have a goal for, and so on and so on. So first of all, fun envelope is one of the first that I have decided to set a goal for. The goal is going to be 100 euros, which I feel at ease if I have in my account. So in this case, in the envelope. So first of all, let's just add, because I'm gonna put those goal trackers later on, but right now I'm just gonna put right down that 100 euros is gonna be for fun. So technically I have planned 50 euros as per usual per month, but since I know that there's already money left over and I have a goal, so let's just check. So we have 80 euros in here, which means to reach our goal we need 20 euros, which means we are changing a little bit this, adding 20 euros to here, and we are freeing 30 euros in our technical regular budget. This is one of the ways that I have done this before, and it really works because then you know the amount that you need, and you can just go through. Of course, before I haven't done it so good because I didn't have those trackers. Then I was just adding and thinking about the technical amount that I need for the month. But right now I'm just gonna decide on the amount not looking at the specific month, but overall of the situation, which amount are we at ease if we have it in our cash envelopes. So we are done with fun envelope to understand what we are stuffing there. Date night is 200 euros and is fully funded, which means that we are skipping date night this month and we are again freeing up 50 euros. So together right now, we already freed up 80 euros from our regular budget. So the next step is eating out. Eating out, as per usual, is totally empty and it's still getting its 50 because that's the not the goal, but that's the amount that I like to spend on eating out, just on the lazy eating out. So next up is my toddler and medical care, which these two are respective envelopes if something is left over for my kids envelope. So because we have these envelopes as well in here, so that's why I'm skipping that one. For household, we also have a goal, and if I'm not mistaken, the goal was, let's look, because I have my small cheat sheet of the goals. So for this one, it was also 100 euros, which means we have 100 euros goal. And here is those 20 euros that we usually stuff for household envelope, which is this one. Oh, not this one, but this one. So we are just looking at sinking funds right now. And moving on to household, so we have a goal of 100 euros. Of course, we are stuffing the amount that we have because this envelope is totally empty. Next up is coffee. Coffee, I already put 0 euros because we are spending the money this month probably. We have 80 euros, and for coffee, I have the goal of 80 euros because usually it's 76. So the goal for ease is 80 euros. We have 80 euros, so we don't have to stuff anything there. So that's that. Of course, if I'm spending the money for these kinds of envelopes that month, I'm not stuffing it because I'm just using the one that I have. And in January, we are going to bulk shop the pods for our coffee machine, which means for the next 3-4 months, we are good to save up for the next 80 euros that we have for the goal. So next up is bulk shopping. Bulk shopping, if I'm not corrected, if I'm mistaken, is also 100 euros. Let's look at that. Weirdly enough, I haven't written down. Oh, no, I haven't. Yes, also 100 euros. So this means that this one is also getting its 20 euros since it's totally empty. Next up is personal care. For personal care, I don't have a specific goal because that's something that we are just testing out. This is a new envelope for us, so we are still, as you can see, I think it was 10 euros and it's already spent because we needed some things. So for this one right now, we don't have a goal, but I have planned 5 euros. That's totally fine. So we are continuing with the next one. And the next one is hair care. For hair care, we have a specific amount per month. There is no need to put any goal for that because it's 65 euros, 25. Technically, I have 100 euros for that. And for this one, and the boys just needs a haircut every 1 to 2 months. So as long as there's 40 euros in there, we're good. So for example, right now in hair care for the for the boys, they have 65 euros. So I feel that this is enough money for the coming 2 months. So we are just so hair care, we had 65, 25 is going into my envelope, which means we are doing only 25 because here we have enough for right now. And for my envelope, I have 100 euros. I have 25 in there, and I need to save up for my hair appointment in probably March, April, I don't know, haven't decided yet. Probably before London trip, so at the end of March or April, beginning of April. So that's the plan. That's why I need 100 euros. That's why I have my goal there, and we are gonna reach it without any problems because 25 euros per 3 and that of the one that I have is enough. Clothing envelope. Clothing is something that we have decided to put quite a big amount. For clothing, we are doing 200 euros for right now. We will see if we need more, but 200 euros is the goal. So for clothing, 200 euros, and we have 180 euros, which means that of course we are continuing on stuffing our clothing envelope. Moving along with gifts. Gifts is of course cleaned out as we can imagine, and we still have my mom's birthday and my toddler's and my husband's birthday. Of course, usually this is mixed up when we are celebrating our own birthdays, and also for celebrations. For example, if we go out with my mom, we're going to use this and not the gift envelope, but we will see how it turns out. So for now, we have the same budget that we had, 30 euros for gifts, 40 euros for celebrations. And if we look at our cheat sheet for the planned savings, then we have, I'm gonna quickly find where I have written it. Weirdly enough, I haven't written it down, so, but if I remember my, I have, yes. Celebrations and gifts is 500 euros altogether, so for both of them. Technically, I think it's going to be 250 and 250 for, or 200 and 300 for these ones. So of course, we are continuing on saving up for those ones because we haven't reached our goal. For celebrations, we have 200. Technically, for now, it could be fine, but since we have 40 euros, I think it would be fun to just save it up as soon as possible. Of course, there's also my toddler's birthday, which he's gonna be 5, so the celebration is gonna be really big. I still haven't decided if I'm gonna be using only this one or I'm gonna budget it or whatever. I am on the verge of doing that, but right now I think it's enough if we just continue on saving up for these 2 envelopes without extra planning. So moving along is car. Car is an envelope that I'm never gonna have end goal because there are so many things that can go wrong. So as long as I have the money to save up for, I'm gonna be adding to this envelope because we have 2 cars, so that makes sense. So we're skipping that one for goals. Insurance buffer. So since I spent the whole money for my insurance because I spent it for 3 months, I'm doing the regular 25 for my insurance plan. So this is this one, and I'm not gonna be just putting it in my account or whatever, but I'm gonna be moving it to my sinking fund for insurance buffer. We have 5 euros there plus 25 in insurance, so it means that we are stuffing 30 euros for the month of January in the insurance buffer envelope. And last one in this binder is seasons. Seasons is getting 5 euros for now. I don't think that we need more. And if I remember correctly, I don't have a goal there. So technically it's 15 euros, but in the same time, I'm not one of those that likes to spend on so many things. It's just depending if I see something special. But I didn't have any Christmas decorations specifically for the desk, or I didn't have any specific decorations for Halloween. Right now I have those, so I don't think that I need so much more, but it's good to have this amount just in case. And also, before we move into our long-term sinking funds and savings, for insurance buffer, I'm gonna have 65 to 75 euros as a goal, because that covers 3 months of insurance buffer. And if I'm not using that one, I can use another one, and it still is the same amount that I would just cash stuff for my wallet, for example, if I had to pay for my insurance that month. And as you can see, we are ending this binder. So these are the goal cards that I will have. So the regular one is going to be a goal. I'm going to write out the goal, the date when I'm adding money or dates that I'm using it, and the amounts, of course. And I also will have a regular one, which is starting balance, which shows that cash tracking for those envelopes that I don't have a goal for. So these ones I'm gonna be using this year. So we are moving into the next binder, and the next binder is our long-term sinking funds and savings, which of course are the big ones. So let's move into those. So here technically nothing's changing, but right now we are just thinking about the amounts that we need to stuff. Of course, these ones are going to be the last ones that we are planning out when we are going to our budget sheet, because everything that's left over usually goes there. But technically, since we have freed up 80 euros in here, we need to think about the ways, actually more, 40, here was 40 euros, so 120. We have freed up for 120 euros to work with in other categories. So let's just look at those and think about where we could put something in. So for example, of course, we have our vacation savings. We now have a clear goal on how much money do we have to save for family vacation. I'm gonna do new, actually I have it already, but I think I need to make a new one because the goal now is much more bigger. But right now, like for example, we have 120, I was in a minus, let's call it like that, I was in a minus. So we have 110, for example, to add to our vacation savings extra. And what we're gonna do, we see here 145. I think that I was adding the extra 40 euros that comes with the new tax benefits, but it's gonna be in full bloom only on February's salary, because I get paid after I have worked the month. So it means that I won't have those 40 euros that I have planned to have, which means technically we have here 105. So the thing that we are doing is we are looking at this number. So if we had 105 and now we have 110, for example, let me just show you the process. So we have 110 plus 105, so it means we have 205 euros technically to add to our savings for our vacation. And also I would like to add something more to our to my laptop. So and technically this is not going to be laptop, I have decided to change it up a little bit. This is going to be a tech envelope, because both my printer needs supplies and we need to save up for laptop. So the idea is to just save it up to get all together. But yes, so we have 205 euros to distribute through both vacations and also technical envelope. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put, so we have for printer 10 euros, for laptop 5, so technically 15 is gonna be there already. Let's do 100 euros for vacation, 100 euros for London, 5 euros for tech, because there we have 15 plus 5, 20 euros. It's gonna be fine for now. I have the goal also for printer in every month, so we will see how it goes. I also know that these amounts are planned out for the regular salary, but this month I already got my paycheck and I know that the amount is more, so we are working with more money. But this is the technical idea how I'm going to adjust this budget, and afterwards, looking at our real numbers, we are doing the real budget itself, which is also going to be a different video, because I'm starting to feel that this is going to be very, very long. So technically I am going back for the information that we are doing. Now we are just planning it out. The budget itself is gonna come in another video, and also the envelope update. So that's that. So this is the process as we do. So for London and vacation, we have decided. For heating for winter, we are using this envelope right now. We also are planning to get a tax return for our mortgage, so all of the money is going into there as well, or technically it's just minusing the amount that we are paying this month and taking it out. So technically we're going to be on the same amount that we start this month, but that's something that we have planned up for. technically never the state has never sent money later, so that's fine. But sadly enough, it's ending this winter, and I'm not sure if our state is gonna renew the tax benefit for mortgage. So because the rates have gone down for from Europe's bank, so there's technically no need to continue this project that they had when the rates were sky high. So happy that I got to have those. Technically, it was almost 800 euros for the whole year that we got back from technically for overpaying our interest rate for our mortgage. I'm very thankful for our state that they decided to put this kind of tax return. It was totally out of the blue, and the idea was beautiful because I was one of those that has mortgage already for 5 years, and I had a 12 months Euribor, which is that my interest rate, the changeable part, changes every 12 months. And when the Bush came to show, it was right on the spot, plus 100 euros for our mortgage, just because the rate at that point was very high, so we had to lock it down for the whole year, and it was a big hit to our financial situation. But I'm happy that we went through it, and afterwards they came out with this tax return, and we decided that we are going to put all of the money that we get from this tax return into our heating bill. So because technically that's the biggest expense that we have when the first January, February heating bill comes in our mailbox. But continuing, we have our laptop. We already decided it's going to be technically extra 5 euros for the amount that we have already planned. So plus 5. Here we had 100 and 100 for Christmas. I still have money left over, quite a lot money. We also went to the state bank and added the money for from our savings challenges for coins. So you can see this is the way it looks like. They show you the amounts that you have added to the account. And all of the amount automatically goes into your account after you have deposited it in state bank. So we had 28 euros for Christmas and 34 for heating bill. Everything is already, so for 28, those we spent because it was on the account and we didn't need to use the one that was an envelope, and it wasn't rounded up, so it made total sense. And the 34 euros, I rounded up to 35, and I already added to our heating bill. So that's done as well. And right now, as you can see, we have quite a lot of money still left over. It's only 2 days until the new year. This was specifically meant for Christmas and New Year, so I'm also going to be changing my envelope for that. And right now, as you can see, we have, so this one I can move out because that's totally done. We're done with with coin challenge for that one. I'm still thinking what I'm going to do next, but right now I have the regular one, which shows the amount that we have for Christmas. The plan, we are going to exchange the goal as well, of course, because right now the Christmas goal, I have increased it, and it's going to be 250 euros. So it's going to be double technically and even more. So I'm going to make a new savings challenge for that one. But right now, let's just count up how much do we have for Christmas and how much we still need. And I think that we're not going to stuff Christmas envelope in January. So let's find out. 5, 10, 15, 25, 45, 65, 105 euros. So technically we have already almost half of it. So I think that we're good with not stuffing this in January because we have our goals for vacation and so on. So we are skipping Christmas. And now we have to decide where are we going to put those 20 euros that we freed up from this envelope. And I think that those 220 euros is going in, since this is the amount that we are saving up for the whole family. So it technically makes sense that I'm adding it to the to a common goal. So and I think it's gonna go. Let's do that. I'm gonna exchange. So first of all, those which we saved up for was the boys, the family. Yes, so let's add 10 euros into clothing. So it's gonna be 60 and 10 euros into celebrations. So we have the full envelope ready to go with 250 euros in celebrations. So, and this means we are done because all of the other envelopes of security is fully funded. Amortization is my husband's envelope for his work. Renovations and emergency fund is totally good. So we are done with this envelope as well. So this is the process. I have done some adjustments, looking at the numbers that technically I would reach with my income. And now on the next video, we are doing this one. We are going to be filling out all of it. We are going to go through all of the amounts that we know that are regulars. We're going to show the real income situation based on the paychecks that we have already gotten. And afterwards, we're going to see what's the difference with these numbers and if we manage to save even more for the first month of January. But for right now, I thank you a lot for sticking up with me on this video, and we will see you in my next one. Bye!